not too long ago, you could see the CN Tower clearly from this vantage point, but as you can see, a new building has gone up and taken away that view. And hey there, today is Saturday, June 14th. It is 3:59 p.m. and the temperature is an extremely nice 21 degrees Celsius. And I'm here on Spadina Avenue in Chinatown. Although for this one, we're going to be heading through Kensington Market. And that's look south down Spadina. This is the dedicated streetcar right-of-way. Right-of-way. You hear it pronounced both ways, but I believe right-of-way is the correct one. And here comes another southbound streetcar. And I wanted to record Kensington Market on the last Sunday of May. That was supposed to be the first pedestrian Sundays of the year, which they hold, I think, between May and either September or October on the last Sunday of each month. But the Kensington DIA decided to cancel it. Here's a look along Baldwin Street. Maybe what I'll do is I'll head down to St. Andrew and we'll make our way back up to Baldwin. And there's no guarantee that pedestrian Sundays will be a thing at the end of this month. So I thought, screw it, why bother waiting? I'll just come record it today since I didn't really have anything else to do. There's that view of the tower. More and more condos shooting up in front of it. But you can still see the upper half. So this is St. Andrew. This will lead us into Kensington Market. There's the new Scott Mission. So normally they pedestrianize the main streets in Kensington on the last Sunday of the month, starting from May, but the BIA, which stands for Business Improvement Area, that looks after the area, decided to put a pause on it, and they cited unpermitted vendors, so people would come set up and compete unfairly with the local businesses. And they cited the sale of unregulated foods and unauthorized substances. And they thought it was getting away from its original purpose, which was supposed to be a family-friendly cultural celebration. But my 2 cents is I call bollocks on all of that. They literally had all of winter and much of spring to prepare for that, since they knew these were issues, instead of canceling it at the last minute. There's Moonbeam. That's an excellent cafe that's been here for quite a while. And there's a lot of vintage shops in Kensington, but they are not as cheap as they used to be. And this is Kensington Avenue itself. There's a lot of vintage shops that way. What I'll do is I'll loop around the whole area, so we'll end up checking out that part of the street as well. This is definitely a must-visit neighborhood if you've never been here before and are in the city. All right, let's head into the busiest part of the market. This is Baldwin Street. It's easily one of Toronto's most eclectic neighborhoods. Wolf dog, hot dog.
Well, that's what I was saying. So if I get a shitty lens.
I've heard it compared to Camden Town in London. Tom's Place. Unfortunately, in recent years, some of the longer standing businesses have closed down. But you will find street art pretty much everywhere you look here, down every alleyway. I think Uber 5000 and Elixir are two of the most popular artists where you'll find their work in the area. People eating churros. So this is Augusta Avenue.
Like, I was saying to my
All right, I just formulated a plan. That'll take us down the part of Kensington that I missed and up the rest of Augusta. But you can see how much better this area would be if it's pedestrianized. Something Toronto is sorely lacking. I can only think of two streets around downtown, and both of them are only barely a block in length, one in Yorkville and one in the St. Lawrence neighborhood, that are pedestrianized. That's something the city of Montreal sure does really well. So there's a lot of arts and crafts vendors.
now I wear.
It's a nice little pocket. There's all sorts of hidden nooks and crannies in Kensington. I've done some videos where I explored those areas. I think we'll just stick to the main streets on this one.
On aime bien point and shoot. She has to see everything before she comes.
There's a lot of great spots to grab food or a drink here. This is Nassau Street. Just peek around the corner, there's some patios and good spots along here. It's really kind of silly that they allow vehicles through here, at least during the day. Let's head along here and then we'll explore the part of Baldwin and Kensington Avenue that I didn't get to. Take a nice little reprieve from the busier part of the market. But traditionally, this was a working class neighborhood. In the early 1900s, a lot of the homes were converted into storefronts. That's what gave it the so-called market vibe. It was a mostly Jewish working class neighborhood. But later there were waves of Portuguese, Caribbean, East Asian, Latin American, and African communities popping up. That really contributes to the eclectic feeling you get in the neighborhood. And it's worth noting it's been designated as a National Historic Site of Canada. And the neighborhood itself sits north of Queen Street, or rather Dundas Street, south of College, east of Spadina, which is coming up, and west of Bathurst. So this is going to take us back to Chinatown.
Like YouTube exists. I'm like YouTube.
Kid talking about YouTube. There's some rather interesting art. You could literally spend half a day just exploring the nooks and crannies of Kensington, especially if you're a fan of street art. There's also Graffiti Alley just south of Queen Street. alcohol-free bottle shop. I will say it's not as busy as I would have anticipated it being. There's the new home of Roll Sand. That used to be across the street where that new building is rising. Uncle Jacob Cycles. So this is Baldwin, which continues on the other side of Spadina over to University, but obviously you can't drive across it. There's a Lambo. And a lot of the stores in Kensington don't have an online presence. And the neighborhood's been fighting the forces of gentrification for quite a while. They've also been trying to keep chain stores and big box retailers out. There was a rather famous fight against Walmart who wanted to move in right across the street where Cromer Radio used to be.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
And Nike had a very short-lived store in Kensington once upon a time.
Oh, no, you asked me.
Yes, I am.
Or no, brother.
Got a juice in there?
All right, we'll head down Kensington all the way down to Dundas. Used to be a hidden bar, kind of a speakeasy called Cold Tea in there.
Which part? Of the... That's true.
Kensington Place is a unique little side street.
This street, I guess it's too bright. Don't go down there. Don't go down there.
Why not?
Well, if you see large Marge, tell her.
Beware. All right. If you see large Marge, tell her whatever that guy said.
Now it's cool.
These old homes, now vintage shops.
Yeah, I think so.
Aunt Thelma's, Uncle Vintage.
Someone's like footprints on them.
This is probably the most iconic spot. They rearranged those mannequins. Everything on this rack, $5. Often you'll find those mannequins in a new, fresh pose. It's a great day to be on a patio.
So focused on, getting mom organ. Yeah, we'll let Uncle
And that is it for Kensington Avenue, sharing the namesake of the neighborhood. And this is Dundas Street. That cuts through Chinatown. But what we'll do, all right, I don't know if I can show that on YouTube. Perhaps a little too revealing, that outfit was. That's why I kind of paused and stood there. I was waiting for someone to be out of frame. Tribal rhythm. So this is west on Dundas Street. The neighborhood to the south of here is Alexandra Park, undergoing a rather extensive redevelopment. On a smaller scale than what's going on at Regent Park on the east side of downtown.
Because that green is not the color. See, worse. Why? Okay, first.
Here we go, Augusta, once more. During the pandemic, I think they kicked their tenants out of this building. That one used to be the Boat. I think it was a music venue. Now those are just vacant spots. There's the Handlebar.
That's the one thing, it's like,
Some more classic Toronto art. was a TV show called The King of Kensington starring Al Waxman that was set in this neighborhood. And there's a statue of Al Waxman in this upcoming park, Bellevue Square Park. And these are kind of similar to some like sort of scrap metal robot art you'll see on Lawrence up in the Wexford neighborhood. A little bit reminiscent of those. We'll take a minor detour through what's often a rather lively park. Grab some food, a cold beverage. Just come chill here for a bit. That statue of Al Waxman is over there. There's someone sitting next to it.
There you go. No, thank you. I didn't want to listen to that all night.
Looks like anywhere with a patio is doing a really good business today.
Oh, so usually on the
Gus Tacos, they've been popping up everywhere. Augusta Coffee, that used to be a fruit market in that location that's been here, or was there for a very long time. They're claiming to have the best margarita. So this next half a block or so is a repeat. I'm a little bit earlier in this video, but soon we'll be in an area I haven't yet covered.
Also, you actually want a thrift spot?
Just how silly is it that in an area with so much pedestrian traffic, people are expected to all be huddled onto these very narrow sidewalks. And there's really no reason for almost anyone to be driving through here.
Nice.
No, I buy hair. Like,
All right, Nassau Street again. Get a smoothie, a coffee, or a plant at that place.
her face. These are not her face. These are will be your face.
There was a popular burger spot here called Top Gun, but I think they shut down. There's the Burgernator. More art.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
No, happy that it's good like this. Oh no. I think that's my guess why it's not here.
Yeah, you just keep going. Yeah, maybe.
There he is. Side of the road with your brain on the passenger side of your road. Y'all niggas ain't gangsters till y'all riding that fast.
That weighs on him.
Niggas working with the DAs now.
There's the famous flower or plant car. That's been through a few different iterations over the years. Wanda's Pie in the Sky. That's been there forever. Remember when that was a burrito shop right there? The Taste of Little Italy Festival is right around the corner from here. That could be sucking up a lot of the pedestrian activity. Trinity Common, it's an excellent bar. Mamacitas. No social zone, no laptops. Looks like supermarket might not even be open. It's more of a night spot.
It's the second time.
And we've made it to College Street. And several blocks that way over at Bathurst Street is where the Taste of Little Italy begins. I was through there last night. But we're just gonna continue on over to Spadina. Where I hope to grab a streetcar. T&T, that used to be an independent Chinese grocery store. It was purchased by Loblaws and they turned it into a big chain. There's a new location over by Yonge and Dundas.
But check. Just, yeah, you just work.
And I wonder how many of these people are going to Kensington and how many are going to the Taste of Little Italy. I'm sure the majority of them going in the other direction are going to one of those two spots.
Almost there.
Oh, and there's the streetcar I'd very much like to get on. I don't think I'm gonna make it though. Don't. Maybe. Got my payment fired up. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one.
It's so free.
Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
But it can't be like a day or two.
There we go. Sweet. And if you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. Alright, thanks for watching. Yoink!
Next stop, Wilcox Street.